We're 20 minutes from deciding the men's champion for the 2010-11 season for the CIAA. Along with Stan Luter, I'm Chip Tarkett, and welcome back at halftime. And Stan, first half, very interesting. We got some great highlights to get to because there was plenty to see.
I'm just impressed that both teams have settled in and they're playing their A games right now. They're doing what they need to do. They're dribbling basketball strong, taking it hard cuts, making solid jump shots. Defenses are winning this game. Defense, defense, defense. 20 minutes away, and one of the Bears are going to be the CIAA champion for 2011.
All right, let's see the highlights from the first half.
Well, it's been a lot of guys stepping up making plays, and one of those guys is Devin McClendon. Mid-range jumper drive. That time he takes the jump shot. You get a penetration, a kick. 3 out of 5 three-point shots. 14 points and 9 rebounds from McClendon. This guy's had a nice CIAA tournament. That's Greg Henry. He misses, but the guy of the night, Cox, comes in with the rebound. Then Cox comes up, bam, knocks in a 3. Cox with 6 rebounds, 5 points. Nazir Austin goes in, gets contact. He scores. Going inside, that's the Livingstone Blue Bears. A big play late in the half, the 4-point play. Carl Boswell gets the 3 and the foul. Teammates are excited, helping him up. Chip, we're 20 minutes away.
United States Marines first half stats. You see the field goals, the three-pointers, the turnovers are pretty even. Points off turnovers, not too much difference, but look at the bench points.
Yeah.
Sean, nobody was scoring off the bench.
Yeah, both teams have the same amount of shot attempts. Get the free throw. Turnovers about the same. But the thing that you got to watch now, second half, which team's going to be fresher? Livingstone has 21 bench points, none for Shaw.
Shaw will have the basketball first in the 2-point lead, and they're in the light uniforms. Livingstone in the dark. We're 20 minutes away from seeing if Shaw can do the double-double tonight. Turnaround jumper right off the bat is no good by Daryl Johnson. Here comes Livingstone. Redfern all the way down, draws the foul, didn't hit the bucket. Quentin Redfern, a 6'4" junior, will go to the line. First half, McClendon had 14. Raheem Smith had 12 to lead Shaw. And for Livingstone, much more balanced. Two guys with 7. That was Austin and Boswell. Both had 7 points, but they had a lot of different people scoring baskets. Redford had 2 in the first half. He'll try again. Here comes Shaw. 1-point lead. It'll be interesting the first 4 or 5 minutes for both teams, Stan. I think that'll help us have a little better understanding of what may happen this final 20.
This is one of his favorite sets. There's a double screen set on the low block. They'll pass around the perimeter. They break that. Now let's see if they can get a screen or a back cut on the weak side.
Job by Tony Smith by hanging. It doesn't matter when he misses. Daryl Johnson puts it up and in. Wide open on the backside. Shot goes up, it doesn't go in. It's Craig Henry. Look at the pass. Oh, garden seeds. What a pass, and McClendon with the bucket.
He had to thread the needle on that pass.
My goodness. And a timeout by James Stinson immediately after he saw that one. Whee, doggies, that was some kind of pass right there. Take a break. Shaw's extended the lead to 5. Shaw by 5 with 18:43 remaining in the game. You talked about threading the needle. Stan, this is threading the needle.
Tony Smith has 156 assists. I don't think there will be a prettier assist this year than that pass. He had to put that right on the money, right in the hands. McClendon runs the floor, finish. Coach Stinson said, I've seen the whole loan. Let's slow this thing down. Nice pass. Excellent pass.
Mentioned running the floor. That was a prime example. Darius Cox scored a bunch early, but then really went cold, did some other things. He's going to have to get active here in the second half.
And that was a good timeout. Slow the momentum, and then you're able to get something after the timeout. Livingstone back in the big 2-3 zone, making sure that Shaw has to pass the ball side to side, not allowing penetration by Smith.
Greg Henry and Quentin Redfern out front. Trying to go backside. Look at the quick hands by guess who? Darius Cox.
Both ball and man went across half court. That's the way there was no backcourt violation.
Dante Durant to Cox. Cox thought about it. Thought about it a couple of times. Then when he took it, was a little unsure, I think. More of a man look this time.
Now, if you're going to space and sag, if you're Livingstone, you got to make certain that both Smiths aren't able to drive or make those strong cuts. You're going to step people out and make ball screens. You see David Jones, number 4, very active in the middle.
Wide open in the middle, soft spot. Came up a little shy. Comes Redford. Look at the spin move, gets the foul. I believe it's going to go against Jones. Hit McClendon with it.
Spin, and you can see just at the beginning of the spin and shot that McClendon stuck his hand in the cookie jar.
And was caught. Redford hits the first one. Carl Boswell, who had 7 in the first half, checks back into the basketball game for Livingstone. Gene Stinson moving folks in and out. Redford can't connect on the second one. 2-point lead. It has stayed close most of this contest. We expected it to be this way, and it has not disappointed.
Double high, try to get the ball in Raheem Smith's hands. Now this is what we're talking about cutting them up, cutting them down.
Driving the left side and getting the basket. Tony Smith. So he will go to the line.
Good. You run your half-court offense, and they move the ball from side to side. They started off with a high double screen to get the ball in Smith's hands. And because of all the pressure on one side, you're able to send some back around. And the Smith guys do as good a job cutting without the basketball as they do making passes to players. Smith cuts, scores, three-point play. Cut them up, they'll cut them down.
They're having success running that. They're going to have success with that. There's a steal by Raheem Smith. Back over to McClendon. Back to Smith. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Shaw basketball. Boy, if they can run that play, Stan, there's no question.
Well, they do a good job of getting people in position and the ball where it needs to be. The guards do a great job, 156 assists, so you're doing something right. And they're very unselfish basketball team. It's a lot of screens. And if you know, as an offensive player, if you know that you're going to have a screen at a certain spot, you work very hard to set the defender up. You're stepping down, you come around the screen, and you know that guys like Hossier are going to set screens and you're going to come off the ball.
There he is again with another different outfit on, Mr. CIAA. We've seen him in black. Now he's in yellow.
He had some fur thing on yesterday.
Yes, he did.
I don't know what that was, but it was
full length.
Yeah, but it's kind of warm down here for that fur. It's a little too warm right now. But
Get old pink, get all kind of colors. Dwight Bell connects it. Open, hits it. 7-point lead. Cox, he hit this shot earlier, he hits it again. 3-spot, almost from the same spot on the opposite end of the floor.
Cox grew up about 45 minutes from here in Monroe, North Carolina. As I said earlier, played at Tennessee State for a short time. Now back closer to home in Salisbury and Livingstone. Oh, that's
Look
nice.
At that pass there. Nice from Smith to David Jones.
They're so confident with their passes.
Well, and they're always looking. The guys catching got their hands ready to make a catch.
Hands up, head up.
If you do that, you could make some catches and you make some big plays. Henry. Trone Jackson, nice pass inside to Austin, but he could not control it. We've got a jump ball on the floor. Passing is going to be the key as we go down the stretch, and you're seeing some great passing at Shaw. Look at that one right there as we take it to a break. We're 15 minutes and 25 seconds from knowing who our CIAA champion is. Sean with a 6-point lead right now. We talk about the CIAA. How about these list of names of alums, some notable alums?
Now, everybody thinks about the CIAA basketball. I think about Big House Gaines and Earl the Pearl Monroe. Still holds the scoring record in the CIAA. Ben Wallace, we just saw Ben a couple of days ago, Virginia Union. Art Shell, former Oakland Raider coach, Maryland Eastern Shore, used to be Maryland State, was in the CIAA, along with Maynard Jackson, who was at North Carolina Central, and then Reginald Lewis, the first owner of $1 billion, I'm sorry, get the B's and the M's right. I'm not used to counting that high. $1 billion business from VSU.
I wouldn't know how to count with the B or the M.
I mean, he stunned me with $1 billion.
Yep. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. I'll take half.
Take a quarter. Trone Jackson back in the game.
I think this is the time where Trone Jackson's got to take over for penetration.
2,
shot clock.
1 on the shot clock. They don't get a shot off, but Shaw took control of the steal.
Jackson just come in for the last 2 days with Livingstone and has been an energizer guy, making some plays.
He really set the game into overtime against Fayetteville State last night on his back. Big steal, big bucket, big pass. He made some big plays. David Jones with a rebound. And this is what Shaw does. Look at the pass from way out, but the conversion was not there by Dwight Bell. Wide open, but couldn't connect. Trone Jackson, 2 shy. Jones gets it, but he's fouled by Jackson. It may have been a blessing in disguise because way down on the other end of the floor, Tony Smith was wide open and ready to get it and dunk it. Austin will take a seat. Tyler Johnson back in for Livingstone. Point of the game stand at 14:35, where I think Livingstone's got to have a little run right here to get back in this thing down by 6. You feel like it's more.
Yeah, you really do. You really do. And I think Trone Jackson could be the guy to kind of get that gap closed.
Good defense that time. Boswell got a hand on it, but they could not control it. Tyler Johnson couldn't get there before it went out of bounds. James Stinson trying anything he can right now.
CIAA Coach of the Year this year.
Cleo Hill on the other end. Cleo's daddy, a very well-known gentleman.
Oh, yeah. You talk about Earl Monroe being a legend at Winston-Salem State. Probably one of the greatest players ever played in the CIAA, Cleo Hill Sr.
Shot clock at 5-4. Three-pointer that goes up and out, and it will be Livingstone basketball. Bell's had about 3 or 4 of those threes that he hit during the week, but he cannot connect on a 3 tonight. Livingstone has only 5 field goal attempts this half. 6 minutes of play. That's the old line. You got to put it up to get it in.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to be careful when you're putting it up, because sometimes it just doesn't go in right. You got to just take your time. A lot of time in this game. Don't start jacking jump shots and getting impatient. Nice set right here for Livingstone.
Henry moving into the lane. Kicked away, but look on the backside, and the tip in goes to Cox.
Cox always around the basketball.
Jackson with a foul on the other end against Smith. He's just trying to stay on him and give him a body. Watch the board play here.
You know, you drive inside there by Henry. Ball deflected, one shot missed, and then the elevation there. Cox just gets up. He's got quick legs. And we talk about it, but I think there's an example right there of the solid athleticism of this Livingstone basketball team.
Cox in overtime last night. I don't remember the last time I've seen a player in overtime jump as high as he did to pull one down. Do you remember that last night? My gracious, he jumped out of the gym here. Good defense by Cox on Smith. Shot clock at 11. Down the lane, score the basket for Raheem Smith.
Tony Smith used the left hand. Raheem, I should say. Excuse me.
Got a shoestring that needs to be tied. Couple of them that need to be tied. Look at it again. And it looks like McClendon might be a little shaken up.
Ankle.
You know, Bell did a nice job of stalling tying his shoestring to try to give McClendon a little time. Well, McClendon was tying on the shoestring too. Had a little ankle, but you get the shoestring time out, you can hang in there.
You remember we asked earlier, turnover here by Livingstone, how we playing? And that's a two-sided thing. How we playing? Like, are we playing good, Coach? Are we doing okay? Yeah, I'd say we are. How we playing? What style of play? Even though Livingstone finds himself down 6, and it feels kind of sort of like it's bigger, Livingstone's right where they want him because they're a close Indian team. And as long as they can stay within striking distance, they're so explosive, they've got a chance.
Look at the quick explosion to the basket by
But not
Tony
like
Smith.
that, maybe.
You can't give up those, Dan.
Cut them up, cut them down.
Timeout call by James Stinson. He just has got to change the complexity of the game right now. Got to do something to change it up.
Watch this. There's the back. Go inside the bail. Split the post. Hand off. Score. Smith. Another look from ground. It's a nice dribble handoff. You clear out the side of the floor. You saw Raheem Smith clear out. Takes away the weak side help. Makes it so easy.
Quick reminder about Big East Women's Championship quarterfinal games coming up Sunday at 12 Eastern. Marquette against Rutgers. Georgetown, Connecticut at 2 o'clock. That will be a barn burner, to say the least. Couple of other quarterfinal games later in the day. That's the Big East Women's Championship. Maya Moore, my goodness. Wouldn't you like to have her on your team? 23.4 points per game, hit 55%, rebounds, assists. She does it all. About as good as I've ever seen. How about you, Stan? Women's basketball player? Whoa. Here comes Shaw again.
Okay, you got a chance to go up 10 if you're Shaw. Livingstone's got to really settle in, tighten up the sneakers, and play defense here.
Clendon with a left-handed pass. Shot went way over the basket.
Drive contesting.
Yep.
By Tyler Johnson.
Sloan Jackson almost getting in trouble with 2 of them there. Had it knocked out of his hands. We've got a break in the action. We'll take one as well. We're back in Charlotte with the CIAA title contest. About him.
Fight on.
Fight on. Shaw's 11 minutes and 50 seconds from a CIAA men's title. Let's talk about some of the other players besides these two and these two teams, some of the great players in the CIAA this year.
There's some stars about to be born and still playing. You know, Rondé Tucker from Elizabeth City, Sydney Evans at Fayetteville State. We're watching Cox, Maurice Reevy from St. Paul's again, Saeed Rasul also from St. Paul's. You know, Buck Joyner did a nice job with the St. Paul's Tigers. Winston-Salem State had 2 guys, Paul Davis and Sheldon Carter, Eric Van from Bowie, Trevin Parks, Denzel Mooney, Raheem Smith.
Carl Boswell comes right out of the timeout, and it's his 3rd 3 of the game. He now is in double digits. The lead is only 5. Livingstone needed a big bucket. That was a good one out of the timeout.
Here's your double. Now look for the screen down or either to come across the double. There's the screen. There's the second. Staggered screen. Look for it. Somebody inside.
David Jones is a man. Doesn't get it. Kicked out of bounds. It will be Shaw basketball.
That is really nice half-court offense there. You get something on one side, and then we talked about Trevin Parks, the CIAA player of the year, Denzel Mooney, who's at Lincoln University, not Livingstone, but Raheem Smith, and also Braxton Byerson, the last of the 3 Byerson brothers. All CIAA 3 times and on the CIAA rookie team. Braxton had a nice career. It came up just a little short against Livingstone on Thursday.
The 3 brothers, it seemed like they played about 5 decades, didn't they, in Virginia Union?
Brandon, Brad, and Braxton.
Of course, Brandon was here the other night watching his brother play. Oh, what a pass inside. Jones can't convert. Missed the tip, but got the foul.
Yeah, I believe Tony Smith is related to Keith Gatlin. Did you see that pass?
Yeah, I did. And that's from half court almost.
So
Look
nice.
how
Watch
proud
this.
he is.
Just bam. Where he showed the other night how big his hands are. And he just like, bam, one hand's it like a grapefruit. I think Jones was a little surprised. It's the second time Jones had a point-blank shot and wasn't able to convert.
Well, that one you almost had to duck because it was a bullet.
Don't let Darrell Asbury, the football coach, see that. He'll
be playing quarterback.
Try to have him
year.
as a quarterback next year.
Well, he's only a junior. He's got another year. Why not? Easiest way to recruit is recruit in your hallway.
You know he's in school.
You can find him. He knows the fight song and everything.
Still plenty of time, only down 7 for Livingstone. No reason to panic. Just continue to run what you do.
Forward Bay with a nice pass inside to Austin. Austin now with 9. He makes a nice bucket there. Look at the spin move by Smith.
With very little time to celebrate or enjoy what you do on one end, because as soon as you score, they're pushing it back down on the other end.
It is again.
Austin scores, and back comes Smith. 156 assists. The second leading scorer in his team, averaging 12. Creating contact, trying to go to the free throw line.
He has 6 assists tonight, 9 points and a rebound. 4 of 9 from the floor. Now 1 of 4 from the free throw line, but pretty complete game. This is both of them. Amazing. He shoots so much better from the floor than the free throw line. I don't know. It could be a mind thing. We get to thinking about those free throws. It might be something to keep in your crawl late in the game. A little bit too high out of the outstretched hand of Austin from Fort Bay.
Gotta grab balls with 2 hands. Just gotta use 2 hands. Good Lord gave them to you. Use them both.
10 fingers, 2 hands.
That's it. Catch it. Secure it. Especially now as you get under 10 minutes.
We're almost exactly the 10-minute mark. Shaw 10 minutes away from the double-double. They go to the backside. David Jones can't get it in. Kicked around 3 or 4 or 5 times. McClendon, no. It's going to be a foul on the inside, and it's going to be against Shaw.
David Jones has got to finish those plays. But when you get Smith spinning in the lane, I don't know that you can come over and give help. That time Tyler Johnson did, which allowed Jones to break back door for the score. I think it's kind of a hard decision to make how you want to guard that. Primarily, you do better if you don't let Smith get inside the paint.
Dwight Bell hit with a foul. 5-point lead.
Another missed opportunity for Shaw, which Livingstone capitalized on. Let's see.
Trying to cut into it again. Fort Bay way out. Hit the back of the rim with it. And that was a nice move there. And then with a left-handed pass. I thought McClendon was going to take that one to the hoop. We'll break down, move, and go to the hoop. Smith, another great pass inside.